Hey, welcome to an episode of the Luca and Lewis Show. The curtains are back. The curtains are back.
I didn't realize we kept them.
No, I kept them because I thought we would need them.
I kind of thought we were joking, we'll get the curtains back. I thought we were gonna have to make another trip to Spotlight.
No, I've kept these, and I also have way more than these. So if we want these grey ones to go to orange, we can make it happen.
Just let us know if you want the full. No, we're not gonna. I can't be bothered to change them.
No.
I have dibs. No, I'm not doing it.
Speaking of visual improvements, I've got braces.
Yes.
This is the first episode of me with braces.
So which part was the visual improvement?
It's coming in about 18 months.
Got him.
First diss of the show.
Hey man, enjoy it for the next 18 months.
Yeah.
You know, for the first time ever, you'll be the best looking guy on the show.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that enjoy it while it lasts because my glow down has officially begun. And you thought braces were bad. We're only at the beginning.
No, I think your glow down began when you developed a severe case of sleep apnea.
Dude.
And that's been on a gradual decline for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And now your glow down has... Will this be rock bottom? No, because the gap tooth.
Gap tooth and braces.
Guys, have you
and
thought
lisp.
That's not really a visual glow down, but yeah, as soon as he opens his mouth.
Yeah, an auditory glow down. It's rare, but it can happen. And enjoy it while it lasts because in 18 months, it's over for you all. Listeners included.
That's right. Lewis doesn't have his license, so he's very familiar with train tracks anyway.
Got him.
Take a bow.
I'm re-entering my teens. I'm on my L's. I've got braces.
It doesn't look that bad.
Have you noticed that girls are kind of hot? Have you noticed that? Girls are like, I used to think they were gross.
Dude, I came in and Lewis cracked a stiffy earlier. It was weird.
It was really embarrassing. I didn't know what was going on. I was wearing shorts. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that you associate shorts with being a teenager. A lot of adults also wear shorts.
Yeah, and they look like kids.
You're racking your brain going like, what's a teenage stereotype? Showing off your legs.
Yeah, PE shorts.
Yeah.
Those little ones. But we're now, the Frankston era of the show has re-begun.
It's good to be back.
We're sliding backwards, guys. It's all happening.
This is Tyler's first ever time in Frankston. Mm-hmm. He said on the way and he'd never been here before.
What do you think, man? Do you feel safe?
Well, he obviously doesn't feel safe. That's a loaded question to start off with. I would say, do you feel comfortable? Well, the answer is no. Okay.
Unanimously no.
No, you know what? You live in a different part of Frankston now.
Yeah.
And it's definitely nicer than the old one.
Yeah. I live in the nice part of Frankston, which is just the bad part of Australia.
So we're moving up.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome back to the pod. Big episode.
Huge.
Big announcement coming.
Amazing news that everyone's going to love coming up later in the episode.
I can guarantee you guys will love it.
Yeah. Well, I can guarantee you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
There's no lies in the...
Nah, we don't want to get you guys too pumped up about it.
No.
Just in case you're not pumped, but you will be like, probably didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, people write your predictions in the sound off section right now of what you think the announcement's going to be, and then edit it once you get to the announcement and be like, and how did you feel?
Yeah, and how do you think that you got it right? Do you think you were close? Do you think it was obvious?
Do you think it's better or worse than what you predicted?
Yeah, I'd love to see some of the worst ones. So look, my teeth hurt.
Woo!
Dude, I'm in so much fucking pain.
But you look actually great.
Yeah.
In the sense that you're sleeping again.
Yes.
You look healthier.
Yeah.
You seem better.
I'm so much better.
You're with us.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this last time, but I'm still adjusting to a present Lou.
We started at 9 a.m. today. Do you know when I woke up?
I was really concerned when I suggested that as a start time.
Do you know when I woke up? 7. And I feel good.
So did I.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even need to. I just felt like it.
I haven't been up that early in so long.
Remember when Lewis looked like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was when
the Lil Dicky era.
Yeah.
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 Is that shocked?
No, that's what I used to look like. The giant bags under my eyes.
That's what he looked like 4 weeks ago during the comedy festival.
Yeah.
It's
It's what I've looked like for fucking 3 years.
This is when we first got to Tasmania.
Yeah.
This is the day before our haircut.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
showed my dad a recent photo of you.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for him."
Yeah.
I was like, so what did you think you looked like before?
Yeah. No, I look like
You
shit.
looked great.
I looked like
No,
shit.
so you look great now.
Yeah, I look good now. I look like a fucking a ghost before. I came in the day after I used the CPAP machine once, and Rosie's like, "What have you done? You've done something. You look different." I'm like, "Oh, do I?"
I thought I know it's like you'd be offended by this, but I thought you went and got something cosmetically done.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, that's not very in his character. Like maybe some people might think it's in Lewis's character. It's not.
No. I like how my face looks.
That's why I thought it was so weird when Tom and Frenchie were just adamant to
Yeah.
me. They were so adamant that you were getting this jaw surgery for cosmetic reasons.
Which
They were
is
like,
really rude.
They were like, no, being honest, like cameras are off. We're not recording. Is he really? He doesn't have sleep apnea? I'm like, no, he does have severe sleep apnea. And they were like, come on. like they just could. They did
No,
not
look,
believe
it sounds
And then-
fake. Oh, what? He's tired? He's always sleepy.
Yeah, but-
I've been tired before.
Because I think they've just seen you going, it's going to be over for you. It's going to be over for
Yeah.
you. So Frenchie's like, come on, man. Like, be honest. Like, we're all friends. Like,
Yeah.
is he getting it? I'm like, dude, I'm telling
No.
you. They just flat out didn't believe me.
Yeah. If I was, I think that no one believed me. Like anyone who didn't believe me needed to hear that recording of me like suffocating in my sleep, and then they were like, "Oh, that's really scary."
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel good now. And also, if I was doing this for cosmetic reasons and I was that self-conscious, do you reckon I would put up with a gap tooth for like 4 months?
No.
Probably not.
No, I'm looking forward to your gap tooth era.
You're gonna love it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say this: every single person except for one person will love the gap tooth era.
You know what I was thinking about? Well, you.
Yeah.
You're going to get a really dry mouth because if you just breathe in, so much air will be getting through that tooth and it will just dry out your gums. I
That's
reckon
true.
you'll like have dry mouth for ages.
Yeah, fuck. Every time someone makes an observation about it, it gets worse in my mind of how bad it's going to be. Hadn't thought of that. But I did think of one benefit just now. I won't have to open my mouth to use a straw.
That's good.
Just stick it in.
Can I tell you another benefit of gap tooth gang? Because I'm
Yeah.
gap tooth gang.
Yeah. Oh, you got a slight gap tooth? Yeah.
I had a real.
Mine's going to be
Oh,
like...
he had a
Mine was fucked back in the day.
doozy.
I had a doozy for gap
Oh,
tooth.
yours has gotten better.
I had braces, but then I chose not to wear the retainer and just fucked that
Yeah,
real
right.
bad.
Yeah.
I was supposed to wear a
I think
retainer
they're
every
pre-braces.
It
It wasn't bad post-braces.
No, but it's gotten worse since braces, the gap tooth.
Right.
But there's a cool thing you can do at
Hang
the
on,
beach
you've
or
had
in pool.
braces before?
Yeah.
Did they? Surely not.
Do you actually? Really?
Oh, you motherfucker.
Look like-
You piece of shit.
I'm just...
Oh, it was
Yeah,
a
I
joke.
get it.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I thought it
he's-
was you just doing the. Again, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so used to.
Are you
us-
awake? Come on, man.
I'm so used to us having conversations pre-show.
Yeah.
And then you just erasing that from your brain and coming. on the show.
Dude, I remember
Because you guys
shit now.
spoke about half an hour ago about him having braces, and I was like, oh my God, he's already forgotten again.
I remember shit now. How fucking crazy is that? Do you know what I remembered
And
this
I'm
weekend?
still adjusting to it. I was
Dude, I knew that it was Mother's Day. How crazy is that? Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
And I did.
Did you get your mum something?
No, but I remembered that it was on.
You sent her a text.
Yeah, I know. I showed up in person. My presence is her present. It's her birthday, so she gets in a few days. She gets her presents then.
It's my mum's birthday the week before Mother's Day. Still got her something for both.
Well, look, man, braces are $8,000 and they're not covered by Medicare, so mum can get flowers.
Yeah. It's fair.
Speaking of, I'm doing a 20% off sale on everything at loosebeers.com. The braces aren't covered by Medicare sale.
What is it? Use code what?
No code. Making it as easy as possible. 20% off everything.
Yeah, great.
Braces aren't covered by Medicare.
You should add 20% to everything.
Yeah. You know what? That's good. I'll add a code to make things more expensive.
Yeah, use code Medicare for 20% more at loosebeers.com.
That's good. I really
I
like
want to
that.
see how many people use it.
No, it'll be 40% more to wipe out that 20% discount.
Can you actually? I don't think you can add a code. To
If
make
I
it
can
more.
do it, I'll do it.
They have a discount section on the back end of Shopify. I'm not sure if they have a tax section.
What's
Maybe
the
you could
opposite
add
of
it
a
as like a
discount?
tax. You could add on
Yeah.
like GST as like 20%.
I think you can add a tipping feature. for some reason.
We did that for the merch. The waste of time merch is 10% more expensive.
Oh, you can mark it up?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
But then
Awesome.
it just like doesn't show that it's been marked up. It's just more expensive than everything else.
Okay, all right, brilliant.
Oh, waste of time shirts are on sale, by the way.
Yeah.
Now,
There's
but originally they were not.
There's a lot left.
There's hundreds left.
Which is
Hundreds.
My
Why do we order so
mum's bedroom. My
Think
mum's
we-
spare bedroom is full of shirts.
What a
Hang on.
low confidence move.
You've just palmed this off to your mum.
I
These shirts.
don't have anywhere to put them at where I'm currently living.
Right, and whose problem is that?
Yours.
No, your mum's.
Oh yeah, my mum's. Yeah.
Not our problem
Oh,
anymore.
uh,
What sucks?
What sucks, Tyler?
I think that the announcement at the end of the episode is going to mean that no one wants the waste of time shirts at all. Because it's such a good
No,
announcement.
I reckon that once the announcement's made, those are going to fly off the shelves.
But if we all take our minds back to the rating system that the survey. Oh, sorry.
Just casting my mind back.
Yeah. It's for audio listeners, Lewis cast a fishing rod and it's crushing.
Whoa!
He's got an easy.
Oh, I'm remembering. Here comes an anecdote.
Keelan loves it. The survey collection.
Look at that. Take a photo.
And now put it on your Tinder profile.
Oh my god, that killed me.
I've had a sleep.
The survey collection was funny. If
Yep.
you enjoyed the show greatly, Luke and Lewis a bit of fun.
Don't try and buy any of those funny shirts anymore.
Are
They all gone?
Other than the XXL.
Yeah, well,
And
try buy 'em
smalls?
if you're a double XL.
Notoriously healthy
And
audience.
a bit of fun. What did you say?
Notoriously healthy audience.
Yes. No two XLs moving.
Yes.
2XLs don't move that much, do they?
Well, we all
That's why
know-
they're 2XL.
We all know from past experience on the show that you consider those linen.
Bed sheets.
Lewis calls them bed sheets.
You bed sheets. Yeah. Yeah.
You're crushing this episode.
Yeah, thanks, man. The power of sleeping. Fuck, my teeth hurt so much. You know I haven't had breakfast yet, so I don't want to.
I just went to a cafe. I was like, I'm really hungry. I need to eat. And you're like, yeah, you go get something. You walked with us.
Yeah, I'm real hungry.
Because you just don't like eating with
You know
it.
I can't close my mouth. Look at this.
You have to clean it out.
No, it hurts to chew, and I can't close my mouth because if I close my mouth at the doctor's, the dentist, when I closed my mouth, it was colliding with the braces.
Yeah.
So I would kick them off. So he put a spacer thing on the end of one tooth. So now I can't close my mouth. Every time I chew, it goes all the way down to like there, and then I half chew food.
Yeah, right.
You know when you look at someone and you watch them eat and they don't really chew their food, they just kind of like move it around in their mouth and swallow it immediately, and you're like, that's disgusting. That's how I eat now.
Yeah, right.
I just kind of like pretend that I'm chewing for my own brain to go, all right, we've done that. You can swallow. You actually don't need to chew at all. You can just put something in your mouth and swallow it like a dog.
Yeah. You're just raw dogging, like deep throating food.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Down your gullet.
I have a question. Why are braces so expensive? I was thinking this at the dentist.
Everything dental is expensive.
I'll say this. I don't know if you're going to agree with me. I was sitting there in the chair when they were applying my braces, and I thought I could do this myself. Why does this cost $8,000? What am I paying for? It's like, what, 20 bits of metal, some glue, and a piece of wire. Honestly, I reckon if you and me watched a YouTube video and we had the equipment, you could do it.
You don't have the equipment.
I
And
don't
you
think the
can't-
equipment's expensive. It's a piece of metal.
You can't just buy the equipment.
I reckon you could.
You have to have a medical, like a license.
I reckon
to
it doesn't have
acquire
to
the
be.
equipment.
It doesn't have to be $8,000.
No, I agree. It's
You know?
definitely like
What am I paying for? I could do it myself. I reckon I could do it myself with paper clips and a magnet.
And a magnet.
Yeah. If
Why
I
a
just
magnet?
glued magnets to my teeth and then put a paper clip around my teeth, if the magnet was strong enough, it would work. All it is a piece of metal that clamps down on the wire, and then it's a wire, and then you cut it so it doesn't hurt your mouth. I thought it was some like in-depth process. Just metal and glue.
Does it cost that much when you're a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It always does.
Mm.
But Luke,
Luke, what did you say to Lewis when Lewis told us he had his braces tightened? What did you ask him? Do you remember? Lewis goes, my teeth really sore because I had them tightened. And what did you ask him?
I don't remember.
You went, did you do it yourself this morning?
Yeah, no, because he did.
I should have.
He's having the follow-up surgery. I got confused. The follow-up surgery, he's getting a little thing put in his mouth where he has to tighten it once a day.
Oh, you do that one
But that's after the surgery, and then it
Yeah.
gives him the gap tooth
Yeah.
slowly because they're trying to widen his face.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I was like, wait, are you tightening the braces? Because you mentioned that you had some tool.
Yeah.
I got confused between the surgeries.
Yeah.
I understand now that is a dumb comment about braces, but I got concerned. I got confused between because that's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're getting that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that I could do the braces myself.
There's also the bit of fun shirts. Wouldn't bother buying those ones though.
How come?
They're all sold out.
Oh.
Except for
Didn't we
the
order more?
fatty shirts and the really small shirts.
Hey man, I never said fatty shirts.
said
I
it.
said bed sheets. Rosie's shocked. She's
Cold.
how did you say that?
No, there's plenty of bit of fun shirts, but no funny shirts.
If you need some new linen and
If you need
don't
a
want to
bed
go to
sheet.
Adairs or something like that.
No, they love dares.
Maybe we should do discount code Adairs for XXL shirts. Bed sheet. Use code bed sheet for 10% off your XXL shirt.
There's gonna be a few big units fucking ropeable right now. They're probably gonna complain, but then they'll probably get puffed by the time they reach the computer.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
boom.
What are they going to do? Catch me?
Yes, I've seen you run.
Yeah.
Anyone
yeah.
could.
It's possible.
Now, Lewis went to Bendigo and Ballarat on the weekend.
Just before we get into that, you on the whiteboard, Keelan, have spelled Ballarat wrong. Ballarat. Ballarat.
Where is it?
Yeah, Ballarat. You spelled vagina correctly, though. Good on you.
That's
For the secret
pod.
pocket. Well, shut the fuck up then. Don't tell them about it. That's Patreon only. Ballarat. The Ballarat vagina designer. Polaroid, yep, correct.
I spelled everything else correctly.
Yep, well done.
So I went to Ballarat and Bendigo.
Yeah.
And it's fresh. They don't do warmth there.
No, very cold.
They turned it off.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. And they agreed. I thought
Yeah.
it was going to be a situation where I rock up, I'm like, oh, I'm cold, guys. And they're like, you pussy, we
Yeah.
lived through this. They were all like complaining about it.
I knew global
Move.
warming was a hoax.
Yeah. It hasn't reached Ballarat. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They've missed the memo on climate change.
Well, they only just got electricity, which means they only just started burning carbon, so they'll be all right for a few thousand years.
If Greta Thunberg came to Ballarat, they
She'd
would
be like,
laugh
"You're
her
doing a good job."
Yeah. They would laugh her out of town.
Yeah.
So we get in Bendigo. I'm in the front row.
Yeah.
And look, the front row, as you know,
Yeah.
it's a hit and miss scenario with quality of conversation.
Yeah.
You know, you see the hits on the online.
Yeah.
You know, when we have a funny audience interaction.
Yeah.
We don't generally post the misses.
No.
And Bendigo, the first 10 minutes or so, it wasn't a miss.
I've
but it
seen
was,
you post your girlfriend sometimes. You said you don't generally post your misses.
Stand up and take a bow.
That was pretty good.
Sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. Maybe I should
actually,
stop
not
sleeping.
sure how I'm let a sound off below of your pro butting in awake Lewis.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pro sleepy Lewis at
Yeah.
this point.
Sorry.
I
yeah,
liked it
would've-
when you were 40% present for every episode.
I probably would have thought of that after we finished recording. Like, I should have said that. Anyway, continue.
I then cut to the chase. I guess the point of the show where I'm like, look,
Yeah.
okay, you work at Macca's, you work at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just get a lot of young people come to my show.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
I work in fast food. I'm studying this.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like the same 10 responses over and over.
And it's the worst when you've put out, maybe you've put out a viral stand-up clip about that exact job, and you're like, well, I can't really say all of those
Yeah.
things again.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat stuff. And
Yeah.
and then anyway, so I just cut to the chase and go, all right, let's just put it out there. who thinks they have the most interesting job in.
Okay, good. I like that.
Instead of surveying one person, let's put it out to 500. We'll
Yeah.
get better results that way. I'm a man of stats and probability.
Yeah. Yeah. Many people are saying this.
And this guy in the front row, the only guy in the front row I hadn't spoken to,
Yeah.
puts up his hand and he goes, yeah, for sure, me.
Yeah.
Which is confident
Yeah.
to think I have the best job in front of 500.
It's a lot of people.
And he's like, oh, I'm a professional UFC fighter.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, oh, shit.
From
Right?
Ballarat.
From Bendigo.
Bendigo.
By the way, for international people, it is Ballarat. So
Paul Ballarat Mall Cop.
That was good. And I was like, his name's Jimmy Crute. He's 15th, ranked 15th in the world, right?
Really?
Fought in like Las
What
Vegas.
weight division?
I'm not sure. Like, I thought he was massive. Because then
Yeah.
after the show, we did a photo where I was like, oh, on stage, I was like, oh, can we do a photo where you're like choking me the fuck out after
Yeah.
the show? That
Yeah.
would be funny.
Yeah.
We do that.
And that's the last thing Luke remembers
Dude,
from that story.
This man doesn't know his own strength. I was playing it cool. Like, so the first one,
Yeah.
he goes, I was like, oh, let's do the photo. He's like, oh, yeah, cool. So we posed for it. He puts me in like a chokehold.
Yeah.
And the first one's like, I was like, okay, he's going pretty hard. That's weird.
Joe
Anyway,
Rogan's in the background going, he's under the chin! He's under the chin!
I was like, okay, whatever. It will
Yeah.
be like over in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Then he brings out a Kodak disposable camera. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, like they want to went on some kind of other camera, like a digital camera or something.
Oh,
think. Or-
to take his own photo.
Polaroid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then we...
Also, just to interrupt, he's number 14 in the light heavyweight ranking.
You're right. Dude, if he
Right.
was light heavyweight, I would hate to see... Holy
Like
shit.
an actual heavyweight. Yeah.
I was like looking at him like I would hate to stand opposite you in a cage with my shirt off.
Yeah, they're huge, man.
Not even if we had to fight. Just
Yeah.
like it would be embarrassing my physique against yours. Like that would just be embarrassing.
Just to
That would be
stand next to.
humiliating standing side by side.
Yeah. And
Let
here's Luke
alone-
Kidgel, who is technically also a male. Who we are told is also a man.
Weighing and it's just like fluctuating. And then so he fixed up the Polaroid. Then we then go
Yeah.
back into the post. He's like, can we do the post again? And I was like, yeah, okay. He completely just starts choking me.
Yeah.
Then my brother doesn't know how to use the Polaroid. And he starts going, hurry up, man. Do you want him to fucking die? And I'm there going,
Yeah, like it's your brother's fault.
yeah. And I'm like, you could just not choke me.
You should have tapped.
There's a line of like a few hundred people just
Yeah.
watching this happen after
Yeah.
the show. And there's a few people in the line that originally going, oh, that's funny. He's doing the photo that he talked about in the show.
Yeah.
And then I saw one dude in the line go, holy shit, like Luke's going to die.
Yeah.
And then for the next like 45 minutes, the guy left. Great guy. Bought
Yeah.
a shirt. Very lovely, right? Just didn't
Yeah.
know his own strength.
Yeah.
I was just like, I had a red neck. I was choking and coughing. I couldn't do the meet and greet.
That's really good.
Like I was like, and people thought I had COVID. People give me dirty looks, and I was like, oh no, I just got joked out by that guy.
yeah. That's so funny.
And I didn't have the courage in the moment to like tap or to like
Yeah.
go, oh, that's probably enough.
Yeah.
I just let it happen,
Yeah.
which is such a beta move.
Yeah, you were
I just let myself get choked out. I asked for it.
too scared to let him know that he was tougher than you. That's a big difference.
Yeah. But I'm not too scared in hindsight now. I'm telling it thousands of people on a podcast. I kind of want everyone to know.
Yeah.
In a way, I
Yeah.
just in the moment, I mean, I couldn't fucking breathe. I couldn't really talk.
That's great.
It was wild. And then I did
I
another.
hadn't heard of him. What's his name? Justin Crute. Jimmy Crute.
He was definitely like a local celebrity. 'Cause,
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
was like, oh wait, you're 15th in the world. Like that's impressive. And
That's
I go, wait,
huge.
does everyone like know who he is? And everyone was like, Jimmy.
Jimmy Crute.
Everyone knew who.
The only
it was
Crute
again.
I know about are like the Crute that help out the Tau.
I don't.
It's a
there's
it's a Warhammer reference.
Paul Ballard was better.
Yeah, it probably was. Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by nobby.com.au, the best Australian underwear in the game. Best underwear in the world, actually. I'll say that.
Nobby underwear is the most comfortable undies in the game. It's
Yep.
subscription underwear
Keelan's got
service.
his on. I've got mine on.
Straight to your door.
Straight
You don't even have to
to your
leave
door.
the house. $20 a month, you get a new pair of funky undies.
Have you got your new pair yet? Mine just arrived. They're really cool. No spoilers on the art.
I haven't seen mine yet.
Brand new pair every month.
Last month's was the best one they've ever done. The unicorn one.
Yeah, they're cool.
That was so sick.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really like that.
This one is like, it actually is like a scene on the art, because normally they do like art or collages or like cool. It just looks cool. This one tells a story,
Okay.
which I really, really like.
A narrative on your ass.
Yep.
That's great.
Absolutely. So
Nobby.com.au is the place to go to join the Undie Club. And if you want to use our code SOUNDOFF, you can get $5 off your first purchase.
pair. What a bargain. Nobby.com.au. Use code SOUNDOFF. $5 off your first pair. Get it now.
And thanks to Nobby for supporting the show and writing narratives on our balls, and also on it's girls' underwear as well.
Yeah.
Girls and guys. My balls are hairy. What should I do?
You should trim it using the Lawnmower 4.0.
Oh, thank you.
Manscaped.com, sponsors of the show, right? Manscaped.com/soundoff, 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped Luke has become incredibly important in my life recently.
You've recently had the energy to engage in what are you doing? Teeth what?
I've got braces.
Oh.
So manscaping has become incredibly important in our relationship.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
Yeah.
I go like this, and look like I have a second mustache.
Mm-hmm. That was unnecessary. Yeah. There's a
Well,
low-
there's nothing wrong with pleasuring your woman, Keelan. You're disgusting. I actually can't. My teeth hurt way too much. But if I wanted to, manscaped.com would have my back. Manscaped.com/soundoff for 20% off and free shipping. The best personal groomer in the game. They also have 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. What's that? What's funny about that?
funny about
There's nothing funny about
Nothing
that.
funny. It's just
It saves so much time.
If there's one time I'm in a rush, it's when I'm having a shower. And they also have deodorant, spray and roll on. Body spray is really nice. Would you
Honestly,
like to give it a sniff?
You know,
Yeah.
you know they have ball deodorant as well and foot deodorant.
I like the text-
Manscaped.com/soundoff to get 20% off the Lawnmower 4.0 and free shipping. We cannot tell you enough. Lucia's getting these products.
Look at that.
I like the
Manscaped
texture that
products.
2-in-1 shampoo gives my hair.
So good. It's not a very strong.
It's nice and subtle.
It is subtle.
You guys are going to love the news.
So what's this Naplan thing? It's on the board.
Oh, I was thinking, so the Naplan started this week, like today. I was
Yeah.
thinking I could give you some, like year 5, 7, and 9 questions.
Because what
And
is
you
the
answer.
fucking Naplan?
Naplan
Naplan's
is-
like a test that
It's a
only some states do.
Standardized test around Victoria that all students do at the same time.
But only Victoria
And
does
it's
it.
not
Yeah.
general knowledge. That's the GAT.
it's
right?
like,
It's like GAT.
the GAT's the year
numeracy,
12 one that you
literacy,
do.
language convention.
I thought that's
Definitely
what
would've
you
done
get when someone's doing a drive-by down your street. Get the GAT.
Is that a type of gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
It's a
one
different name in
There's
Frankston.
one that's a general knowledge test,
Yeah.
but that's in year 12. Naplan is like, I remember walking in going, why the fuck am I doing this?
Everyone thought
It's
that.
just
It was
a
like-
national Oh, no. So it's nationwide. It's a national assessment just so the country knows where everyone is. To provide a snapshot of students' current reading, writing, language, and numeracy skills.
Right. Oh, so it's probably like a test that like actually, one of the only tests that actually matters.
You guys
in
do
this-
it? Because it started in 2008.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
all through high school.
Yeah. Every year except year 7 for me.
Yeah. I've done it since grade 3.
And there was some before that. There was an older version of it where you used to get distinction, high distinction, and stuff in primary school.
So is the GAT
As
the
a
only thing that happens in Victoria then? I swear there was only one. There was one that only happened
There
in
was
Victoria.
that one's in like VCE, and you do it before your English exam. And I don't really get.
Yeah, it's probably VC, isn't it? It's probably what the V's for.
Victorian. Because it's...
Definitely Victorian only.
No, it's nationwide. I just looked it up.
stands for National Assessment Plan or something.
So anyway, I have 3 mathematic
It's
questions.
just the test working out what Naplan stands for.
I have 3 mathematic questions. I'll give you the board so you can...
So this is what the kids in high school are doing right now.
Yeah.
Right,
high
this'll
school,
be
primary
easy.
school.
I've just like picked a mixture of both.
All right, great.
And
cool.
I'll just give you this so you can like work it out.
Show
So
our,
is
do we have
this-
to show our working?
This kind of feels like a public I can't even say the word. I'm going to fuck this up. Feels like publicly
38
humiliating getting us to solve basic high school problems.
38 plus 26.
So this is a...
that is 64.
hang on, I'll get my calculator up one second.
Yeah, he's right.
Whoa. All right, yeah, sure.
I've had a snooze.
Hang on, is this podcast content now? We're just doing maths.
Yeah.
You just. Sorry,
I
I wasn't really
asked
sure
you-
what's happening. I thought we were kind of doing like Greg went down to the shops and
Oh,
bought
we can-
5 apples.
we can
blah,
do
blah,
that.
blah. Keelan just hands us a whiteboard with 38 plus 26 on it and is like, do this on a podcast.
I thought it would be good to see you guys show your working and work
Are
out
you allowed to
maths.
use your phone?
No.
Oh. Well, that's not like real life anyway. This is stupid.
Tests are, mate.
Yeah, school's stupid.
Yeah, well, so are you. So do the test.
Do you want to talk about what you're doing right now?
Hey, are you for real trying this?
The question is
Dude, if Lewis is
5,427 divided by
It's gonna be
9.
embarrassing for me because Lewis didn't he finished high school, but he didn't get a mark.
Is the third one 2,360? It's 124 times 204. Is that a 4 or a 9?
Yeah,
let me have a look.
Keelan can't even write.
2,360.
What do you mean I can't even write?
Was that a
That's,
4 or a 9?
that's obviously a 4. It's not rounded.
Well,
Yeah,
why do you
but-
do fours like that?
Yeah, it's a bad 4. Is it 2,360? Is that what that is? 124 times 204.
25,296.
Okay, well then. I might have been off.
I don't know.
How do you do times tables like that?
Hang on.
Isn't it like 4 times 4?
Is this good content? We can cut this.
4 times 4, 8, 12, 16.
Funny.
And you carry the 1.
I would like
Isn't that what that
the
you
audience to know that in high school, Luke was in our year levels accelerated learning class because he was one of the smartest students at our school.
No,
so
it's because his dad was a teacher. Let's be honest. It was rigged from the inside.
No,
nepotism.
it wasn't at that school.
Oh, okay.
Just raw talent in high school. I was a prodigy. And then I gave up.
Oh, I haven't seen that for so
So you gotta
long.
go 9 divided by 54 first, which is. So this is like I can't even do that. Oh, that actually goes into it perfectly, does it? No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't. 53.
6.
Huh? No, that's
56.
53. Is it 56? No, because it's 9, 18,
Oh,
27,
fuck, I'm-
36, 45, 54. Oh, yeah, so yeah, 6.
I failed G9 maths.
Hang on.
Nice.
So do you go 6 and then cross it out?
Oh, yeah, there's some crossing that happens here.
Oh no, but you don't have to carry anything. It's just 6. There's nothing
it's
to
just,
carry.
it's just 6.
6, and then you go 9. Oh,
And then you do 9.
is it 63?
Huh?
Oh, no.
No.
No,
It'd be more than that.
603.
603. Where's the 0
Oh, I
go?
missed a 0.
Why is there a 0 though?
I can't. Nah.
How do you do times tables when it's a big number?
You do the thing.
Did I do that right?
No, you have to add a 0 at.
I'm stupid. Why would 9
I put a
by-
0 in at the
divided by-
end.
No, but you add a 0 at the front and then multiply. Man, we're all idiots.
You put a 0
Add.
somewhere.
Because phones exist. This is so stupid.
No, I could do the multiplication. I remember grade 4.
I forget how to do the division.
long division.
I got it
sucks.
like I got the working half right. I knew there was a 0 and you carry the 1 somehow, but I didn't know where the 0 went.
Keelan, ask them the grammar question at the bottom.
Yeah, give us a question that might be like might be enjoyable
Do you
to
do
listen
the
to.
times like
If you are like
It's enjoyable to listen to.
Yeah.
do you do the times diagonally when you write it out, or there? Like, do you do 4 times 4 first, and you go 16?
No, you do
carry the
4
one?
times 4, carry the 1.
And then do you plus that one at the end? So 2 times 4, 8 plus 1 is 9. Is it like that? And then 1 times 4, and I don't
I'm
know how
lost.
to
I have no
do it.
idea. I'm lost.
I don't know how to do basic maths.
I think what you do is the only thing you should be carrying is a phone in your pocket so you can work this shit out pretty quick.
I have a grammar question for you then.
Okay.
We
alright.
went on to do like study cum jokes and
Okay. Ask the question. Ask the question.
What type of word is red in this sentence? Ben has a red bike. Is it a noun, a verb, adjective, or adverb? I don't have a
not
follow-up
an
question.
adjective because that's a doing word.
Sorry,
is
say
that a
that
verb?
again. Siri failed me. Say that again.
Which type of word is red in this sentence?
Yep.
Is that wrong?
Ben has a red bike.
Verbs are doing words.
Ben has a red bike.
Noun, verb, adjective, or
Adjective.
adverb.
Adjective. Describing word.
No, it's a noun.
No, it's not.
It's a noun because it just means
Yeah, it's a
nothing.
noun.
Yeah.
Red bike.
Red is
No. Adjective would be like, it's a hairy bike.
No, red bike. Bro, red. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
I guess red is
isn't
descriptive.
red would be a noun if you were like, "What's that?" You go red.
A noun is like
It
a
was a
chair,
thing.
right?
Did I fail year 7?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, did we?
I
buy this
literally
guy?
Googled
Come on, I don't even know.
adjective,
So-
and the definition of adjective is a word naming an attribute of a noun, such as sweet, red, or technical. It literally
adjective,
lists.
Yeah, awesome. Okay.
All right.
English was my
red
strong
is a
suit.
describing word, but it is also like just a shade of light, which is technically a noun.
All right, Jay.
Okay, I have
Can we
a
just talk about the shade of light of the world right now?
quick
Yeah.
follow-up.
Yep. Okay.
Define adverb.
Better than a quick follow through.
And that's what we're good at.
Yeah.
Poo
Shit.
jokes.
Poo. Stinky.
Define adverb.
Adverb. Adverb. Ah, fuck. An adverb is like
A
you
verb.
you should run to the store and buy a laptop, like a verb that you put in an ad.
What is it, Tyler?
What's an adverb?
A word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or
Oh, like
other
quickly.
adverb, expressing a relation of place, time, circumstance, manner, cause, degree, etc. If, for example,
Like
gently,
quickly?
quite, then, there. So it,
Yeah. Run to the.
And Lewis passed on that plan. Luke and I failed.
so it's like instead of running,
You know what the problem is this? I used to do quite well on these things,
Yeah.
and I did know how to do maths, and I haven't been in high school for 7 years now, and I've never done maths since. And the only time I write physically is on cards
Yeah.
and
I used to be
envelopes.
really good at English. And now the only time I write is on this whiteboard.
Yeah.
We could tell.
I would sometimes go, if I don't write out a set list before my show, I could go a month without writing. Physically
I
at a
try to
time, and
write. I'll write a lot.
You physically write your jokes. I used to
Well,
at the start.
I do
and then
now.
I hated the way the notepad looked if I'd scribble stuff out. So then I
Yeah.
just started typing them because it makes me edit them and it looks cleaner. And
I'll write them physically and then I'll type it up and then I'll edit it like that. Writing is for like coming up with the idea, and then typing is for like solidifying.
but
it
I
for
can't
me.
write as quick as I can type. And when you're coming up with an idea, you're like, oh yes.
Yeah, true.
And
That's
then
true.
you're like, oh, dude, I'm now even if I scribble right, I'm like, oh, what did I think of again? Fuck, I was too busy writing because I
Yeah.
don't think when I type. It's like a mindless activity to me.
Yeah.
But when I'm writing, for some reason, I'm like, I guess I'm
Using
focusing
brain.
more,
yeah.
and I often forget the punchline of the joke I just thought of. It's happened multiple times, so I stopped writing physically.
Yeah.
My brain's not capable of doing two things at once: writing and thinking. No. Yeah, dude, that's embarrassing because my dad is a primary school teacher, and he would probably assume I still know that. Maybe. I
But I don't think anybody
Why do
knows
I
that.
remember division more than multiplication?
Yeah, that is strange.
Although I still got it right.
Both of us half remembered like the what it looks like, not how to do
I can't
it.
work out why there's a zero in there.
I think it's like this.
Okay.
We can cut this part out.
Yeah, we probably definitely should. 124 204, and the 4 times 4.
Is 6. Carry the 1.
Yeah.
4 times 2 is 8. 9. 4 times 4.
Oh, that's right. You do the 4 to every number. That's right. That's what I forgot. And then you add them together.
And then 2, 8, 10.
Yeah.
And how
Still incorrect the answer, but that's how you do it.
and how much easier would have that been to put that in your iPhone?
Way easier.
Because like I always think this stuff. It's like yes, it's kind of valuable maybe to know how to do that. Because all the teachers used to go, "What about if you don't have a calculator on you?" And then like Apple made one in your pocket. But anyway,
Yeah.
but I'm a man of like I think intelligence is largely based off efficiency and like how quickly you can like solve problems, etc.
Yeah.
And to me, like that's a dumb way to solve that problem.
And also, how often would you be out? Say you left your phone at home, you wanted to go for a walk with no technology.
And I was like, "What's?"
And someone was like, "What the fuck is 1,352 times
I'd
683?"
push her over and run away.
No, you'd be like, "Oh, I know the formula to that. Oops, I don't have a pen."
Yeah.
Like you can't do it in your head either.
Yeah. If someone screamed multiplication problems at me in public, I'd be scared and run.
I remember, I can't remember what formula of math. It wasn't calculus, but it was like one of the higher level ones. And I was having a go at my math teacher, who I could see his nipples poking through his shirt. It really annoyed me. And he goes, and I go, why would I ever
bit
need
into
to know
math.
this? And he goes, well, what if you were sailing? And I looked at him and I said,
I won't be.
do you want me to learn this?
That's not a great
That's
argument.
not a good argument. And then I failed.
But
Yeah.
how's your sailing career been? Shit, because you don't know.
Horrible,
calculus.
yeah. Awful. Guys, it's time for our announcement, which we don't want to make, but we will. We're going to end the show for good.
Because we're fucking idiots and we need to go back to school.
Yeah.
We've decided to use the time more productively
Mm-hmm.
and learn math
Yep.
rather than laughing about poo and farts.
Yes. So should we maybe give some context to what's happening in our lives at the moment?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're being serious.
We're being serious, and
I enrolled in school last week.
but we're being very serious, and neither of us want to do this. I think we'll make this very clear. It's not something that we want to do, and we've explored so many different options, and with what about this and what about that, and basically, I've got heaps of surgeries coming up that are going to really impact my ability to speak and talk at multiple points for the next 18 months.
Yep.
And then Luke, you're touring like crazy as well.
The touring, has like, even just at the start of the year, the tour that we initially booked in has actually doubled since. I'm doing twice the amount of shows that I announced in February.
Yeah.
And which is great.
Yeah.
It's a very good problem to have. I'm not
Yes.
complaining about that, but it's definitely one of those things where, don't worry, we've discussed this, all of us, me, Tyler, Keelan, and Lewis and I, we've discussed these, and everyone else.
We've been talking about this for months.
Throughout the Comedy Festival, so we're having really big discussions about the future of the show and if it's possible. And we tried almost every possibility. We were like, what about if we just gave up the main channel ones and just did the episodes? And I was like, and you're like, well, I won't be able to speak for 6 weeks. And I was like, yeah, I'm away for 4 weeks in July. And
Yeah, like so this year, from May 27th, I'll probably be unable to speak or even show up, like unable to help at all. Like I'll be in bed on pain medications off my head with the shape of my head will be the size of a dwarf's head.
And then
huge for like 6 weeks. And then as soon as I'm finished with that, like you're gonna be gone for like weeks and weeks after that at the same time, and then afterwards.
And it's just one of those things where when you're out for whatever reason you're out for, then all the weight falls on the three of us, and I guess especially me and Keelan or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, or Tyler, if Keelan's not even around, because Keelan wants to also travel and do other things.
Keelan
He's been doing this for 6 years.
6 years. He started
Since
with
he was out
me
of high
6
school.
years
4.
ago. Moved on to Luke and Lewis, and he
I'm only
has
22.
never
4 years.
had a holiday.
Oh,
4
it's
years.
4.
He's never had a
Still a long
holiday
time,
before
though.
ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Because he can't. Because
Yeah.
there's no one to replace him.
Yep.
So if Keelan went away, then it would fall on Tyler and I, and he was coming on tour with me anyway in July. And then we're like, it's just going to be me, Tyler, and Blake doing episodes
For like 3
for
months.
like months of episodes of Luke and Lewis, but it would just be me, Tyler, and Blake in Airbnbs. That's what the show would have turned into for a bit if we had have tried to keep it going.
Because for us, like, we want to. It kind of got to the point of like we worked out, okay, well, doing the show well would be fucking impossible for like 18 months.
It's the quality that was.
Yeah, we don't
The
want
quality,
to end
yeah.
up being one of those shows where it's like they used to be good.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than like seeing a show kind of fall into that category, and their fan base like goes, yeah, their heyday was sick.
Yeah. And also obviously losing the studio makes a big impact as well.
That it all kind of
You know?
happened at once. That kind of came at a time where we were already kind of feeling like, I guess both individually feeling like stressed.
The show was
about
getting
it.
harder and harder and harder to do. And, me being like really sick was having a fucking huge impact on the show. And for me to get better, it's going to get a lot worse for me for a long time. And then Luke kind of blew up and is touring so much. And then also I'm going to go backwards with my career over the next 18 months because I won't be
Yeah.
able to work. I need to focus on my stuff and kind of do what
soon
you've
as-
managed to do and get back to where I was pre-COVID. I don't think I've got back there.
Gets back after his surgeries, he needs to go all in on what I'm going all in on now.
Yeah.
And then that's another year and a half after. Like we kind of like looked ahead and we're like, well, let's be really realistic. What does this look like?
Yeah.
And it looked like a lot of stress to keep this thing going. And trust me, it like literally breaks our heart. Like we didn't want to end it because like the amount of positive feedback I get after my shows every weekend.
Yes.
Of people coming up to me, telling me stories about how the podcast saved their life, changed their life, all these different stuff. It's like, it's crazy and very lovely. And that's why we kept it going for as long as we did. But even just after COVID, it became like really, really stressful.
During
I think.
COVID was made the show very difficult to do. Basically, we were like, okay, if we forced ourselves to do the show, it would probably turn into just a permanent Zoom period where sometimes Luke would be there, sometimes I would be there. We'd probably have to do remote episodes. It would fuck whoever was touring at the time. It would fuck their whole day or their whole week to be in a place where you're with internet and you have time and sending files and downloading
it. Ruined my last tour.
Yeah.
I was in the car trying to beam up footage while on a highway between like Bundaberg and Rockhampton.
Yeah.
With one thing of data, like with one signal, trying to like send an episode. It would take like 8 hours, and we have to keep refreshing the car while you're driving. And like, it's fun. Like doing this stuff on tour it's impossible because the Airbnb or hotel internet always sucks.
Yeah.
And then you can use your data, but then sometimes you don't even have reception in these places. It's like. It did definitely take a toll on last year's tour, trying to keep the show going, which we did over Zoom.
Yes.
Like those episodes where we were in, like I was in Darwin and all that stuff. It was definitely like hard to do.
Yeah.
Like, what time do you check in? All right, Luke checks in at 2. Let's jump on a Zoom at 2:15.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 hours before he has to leave for his show.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
Keelan wouldn't get the footage. It's stress killing. Keelan was up to 3 a.m. almost every night before the episode dropped, trying to finish the episode because I couldn't get footage to him. And then like we kind of all had really big discussions about all this. And
because I think after that whole Zoom period where like recording the show is fun and it's always fun.
it's the best part.
Remember, like afterwards when we took our break and we came back this year, we were like, man, let's go back to the show being fun to do, not just to record, but to actually do, to show up, and let's get back to where we fucking love doing it.
And then I saw a mouse last week, and that really did it
Yeah.
for me.
but you know, that's the thing. Like we don't want this show to kind of devolve into a chore, or do a bad quality show. And that's what's going to happen this year if we force it to continue, because I'm going to be
Or even
having so much time
we
off.
don't even want our friendship to devolve into that,
Yeah.
into an obligation.
Yeah, like we, you know,
Because-
with us
yeah.
being so busy, we have time to do this show or be friends. You know, like we haven't hung out as mates for so long, and I probably mainly because I'm so sick and you're so
Yeah.
busy touring, or I have been so sick. I'm a lot better now, but yeah, we just think that it's become we think that it will become impossible to do, and also I need to focus on my stuff and I need to focus on getting better, and Luke can't waste this crazy opportunity that's come out of nowhere, you know? Like it would be silly of you.
And I want to I'm planning on going to the UK. I want to go to America. And to really crack those markets, like I know people just think about, oh, but why can't you just do a 50-minute podcast a week? It's not that. It's a day a week for us. So it's 1/5 of our time is being put into this show.
Yeah.
And that's...
Even more than that, 'cause throughout the week,
Yeah, it's even more because we're checking in on Tyler and stuff, making sure the clips are. We're also running a business. The show is about 20% of Luke and Lewis.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's really.
I know
it's
you
not,
guys. It's probably hard to understand. Like, 'cause you're like, it's just a podcast. I understand that mindset. I used to think that as well.
We don't want it to be just a podcast. That's the thing. Like, it really could be just us showing up on Zoom and hitting record and then posting it and then going, all right, I'll think about it. But That's not what our show is.
It's not what the show started off being. I think
No.
we also set the bar a lot because we started on radio.
Yeah.
We had an idea for what we wanted it to be, and we
Yeah.
always were pushing, and then we got into that studio, and it definitely was what we wanted it to be for a good period there, right before the pandemic hit. When those first studio episodes, about the time that like Andy came on, did the Belle Delphine episode when we moved in. About Ryan, I'm trying to remember the thumbnails of them, but yeah,
I think
hummus episode.
I think that
the hummus.
that it's
no, that's not one of our hits. No, we don't remember the hummus episode fondly.
I think that it's that unfortunately when we moved into the studio and the show started to rocket upwards, and then COVID kind of took the wind out of the sails and the momentum of the show. And then I think we genuinely could have got that back, and then we lost the studio, which is of no fault to Misfits or anything like that. Like they gave us a space for free for fucking 2 years, and they were great to us, and it's not their fault.
Everyone's business has changed over COVID, including ours.
Like they're losing the space as well. Like they're not kicking us out. They're not. That space doesn't exist for them anymore either. So
this isn't the last episode. Make that clear.
No, this isn't the last episode. We're going to keep going until when will the last episode come out?
June 30th.
June 30th. So we still have a few guest episodes in the studio, pre-recorded, and then we're going to have me here until my surgery is May 27th. So we're going to try and bank up a few episodes.
And again, we have 3 or 4 business days where I'm in Melbourne between now and the end of the month to do that, because I'm about to go on a big leg of the tour.
And that's the thing. Like this is what our entire year, even without my surgeries, this is what our entire year would look like. If I was touring and Luke was touring,
so weird,
we would have to cram in like a month of recording episodes in like, we're both of us are in Melbourne at the same time for 3 days. So you can't see your girlfriend. I can't see mine. I can't see my parents. We got to get in a room and record a month's worth of content in 3 days, which means it's stressful. The episodes aren't that good because we're like, we just did one good one and then we got to do 3 more
in the same day
when you and I haven't done anything differently or have stories to talk about so we could do it, but the show would be not very good.
That's why all my stories are about like at my shows, because it's literally all I do. I drive there, I drive back, and then because we all like now Tyler comes on tour a bit, so now me and Tyler have all the same stories as well. When we were touring, we had it's so weird, like because all I'm doing is running a business, making clips, and going on tour. It's very boring, my life at the moment.
And I'm just doctor's appointments and being very sick.
But it's not boring. That's the thing. It's also my dream. It's weird.
Yeah.
But what is sucks, it's like a double-edged sword of like, everyone's like, you never come to Harvey Bay, you never come to, insert their town, right? And then the same feedback is like, well, you don't upload your podcasts. And it's like, I can't be spent, there's 365 days a year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of towns.
Yeah.
I have to pick and choose which places I spend one night a year, because the reality is I'm doing over about 110 to 120 shows this year.
Which is ridiculous.
My time is becoming more valuable.
Yeah.
And then it's like, now I want to go do the UK and like I want to go do London and a bunch of different places there, not just London, but like Scotland, like Ireland as well. I know it's not part of the UK.
Yeah, don't say that.
Yeah,
you won't sell any tickets. Yeah. It's near the UK, but they are absolutely not a part of it. No. Don't even think about that.
But it's one of those things where like we can't do it all. And
like
now we have to choose.
Sometimes Luke would call me and go, "Oh, I can do the show if I don't do this show," and I can't be like, "Oh yeah, don't fucking do 500 tickets."
Yeah, before I
come home and do this podcast instead. It's not fair.
Yeah, because I got people messaging me on camera going, "We missed out on tickets, blah blah blah," and I'm like to Lewis, I'm like, "Oh, it's on a Sunday night, which means I'll be coming home on the Monday. I don't know. I'm happy to just not do the show, come home to the tickets." So sorry, not sell the extra tickets and come home to do the show. And obviously financially that's not the right move, because when I get paid to this podcast,
I think that
it matters about the money, but
but I think that unfortunately the momentum was like stolen from the show because of COVID. And I think that, maybe if that didn't happen and we were able to do like 2 years of studio episodes up until now with great guests and stuff, maybe the show would be so big that we would have, twice the amount of employees to make this
Yeah.
doing the show in a weird, difficult way possible. But we're not at the point where we can do a good show.
And by the way,
for the next 18 months.
Thank you to everyone who has supported the show over the years on Patreon. If it wasn't for those people, the show would have stopped a long time ago.
Years ago,
So
for sure.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, like we haven't,
and also the brands, like the sponsors as well, like
the
Nobby
sponsors,
and Manscaped, who they've stuck with us for ages.
Like still to this day, Luke and I, we haven't taken $1 from the show. I think we got paid once after the Loogies, like a couple years ago.
I'm pretty sure we gave ourselves like $250 each.
Yeah, so we've
for like
made
the whole year.
Yeah, so out of our whole career, because even back in radio days, a lot of our money that was paid to us, we gave to Keelan or to Todd, who was filming the shows at the time. Like this has never been about money for us. It's been about creating a quality show. So Luke isn't like, oh, I'm making more money doing shows, so why would I do this podcast? We're not chasing money. We're chasing like a good show that we can do well, that we enjoy doing, that people also enjoy. And we've done a difficult show that wasn't that good, that people put up with because they understood the circumstances for a year. It was COVID. And we don't want to do that again.
Yeah, feels like it's getting repetitive of us promising things. Even we should address at the start of the year. I know this is going on for a long time, but by the way, if you have questions about this, let us know below and we'll maybe try and clear a few more things up next week.
Yeah.
We're going to forget stuff because we've had 7-hour-long conversations about this off camera. So it's hard
several times. Even this,
put it all into one.
We weren't even planning on making this announcement today, but Keelan came in and was like, I've looked at the calendar. Lewis's surgery happens May 27th. Luke's tour Luke's only here for this many days. We have to tell them now, or we'll tell them on like a week before. Like we haven't even been able to like end the show the way that we want to end it. Like we wanted to end the show at what we were planning before this is we wanted the final ever show to be Gimp Fest.
I was like, if we're going to end this, we have to go out on a high. Like I'm not going to end it. Blah, blah, blah. So then we contacted the venue.
Luke said, there's no fucking way I'm going to end this show in Frankston in front of the old orange curtains. I'll fucking kill myself.
Yeah. I said that.
So there are going to be a few...
And I'm not known for saying stuff like that. So I was being serious.
No, not on air. But... so there are going to be a few more episodes, but it's just going to be me and Keelan. Because this is how we've had to end the show.
Is it actually?
No.
Oh, right, because I'm dead. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant because I'm on tour. I was like, oh.
No, but this is what I mean. Like, Luke is so busy and I'm so busy and we can't figure out each other's schedules to the point where, like, sometimes...
I don't even know where the fuck I'm going next week ever. Like I do know because I have a calendar. Yeah. But the reality is we're both being pulled in so many different directions.
My teeth are being pulled in so many fucking directions.
I don't
right
tell
you
about
hurts.
stuff I do with my business. I've employed an intern and we bought
really?
a van. Yeah, I've employed like another person.
An intern? What are they doing? Getting coffees for everyone, getting spat on and
Just
But you know what I mean? Like there's so many like things that like I didn't even get a chance to tell Lewis off camera because we don't have time. So we're catching up now on camera. Like, it's been going well, man. I bought a van for touring.
My life's been going fucking terribly.
Huh?
I just got a business loan and I'm going to be munching on Endone in 6 weeks. So this is, I need to focus on my shit. I need to fix my stuff because my stuff's going to go downhill for a very long time.
Fix your face.
Yeah.
Well, he's on his way.
Yeah, I'm on my way, and it will be over for you. But it's going to be a long downhill route for me, and I need to climb back up the mountain when it's all over.
I know there'll be allegations of people saying, "Wow,
whoa, that's not why we're ending the show."
No. I'm saying I know there'll be.
I stand by that, and Luke did nothing wrong. She's lying.
There'll be people saying,
got him,
right?
Yeah.
Rumors, saying, Luke, I know what you're doing.
Yeah, what are you doing?
You've both made the call. They're probably going to think I'm bailing out. So I'm not. It looks now like I don't want to stick around for when it's over for me. And I understand.
He's scared.
I understand how it looks on paper, that it will be over for me. I'm not around to see it.
Yeah.
And am I relieved?
You're a coward.
I know.
That's what's happening. You've had years of being the better looking person on the duo. And now the minute that there's a hint of maybe that changing, you're fucking running away.
I will never be the worst looking person as part of a juror, which is why we're going to launch Luke and Meg soon. So I always have to be the hotter one.
Yeah.
You know.
Nice little drive by on Meg there. Meg.
Yeah.
So yeah, fucking. It was the saddest thing when we looked at the set with no things on it and everything packed down.
I almost had tears in my eyes. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this sucks. I don't like the way it feels, especially after the show when people come up. Because we've kind of known this has been coming for about a month.
Dude, it's the worst when
And-
someone I can't wait to see what's next for you.
They
It's
come
like,
with the merch and
you're
they
not
go
gonna like it.
Oh my God, I'll be at Gimp Fest. And I'm like, oh, the theatre's still closed. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, I think they got flooded as well.
So that's the thing. So we wanted to end the show in Gympie with Gimp Fest. Keelan has spent the last 2 weeks calling every single venue, even like literally 20-seat pubs and stuff.
Because we were like, oh, even if we just go there to do a podcast and we open it up to the first 20 Patreon,
We just
people
call
who
it a
wanna
win, right? So originally we had like a theater penciled in pre-COVID. That theater's now closed.
Well,
Then there was
just never reopened. They
Yeah.
said they were going to reopen, and I don't think it did.
then there was like another like a really good plan B. Gympie flooded. Like Gympie was literally underwater.
I'm not sure if that has affected the businesses as much. It has.
And this May and June, they're expecting like 100 millimeters of rain, which is 10 times more than they ever get. in a
Yeah,
winter
so-
period.
So we might find a place
same
that'll be
thing's gonna
underwater by the time
Right.
we do it.
And then the other idea we had, again, we were trying to do this
Hang on.
all off.
I called a venue and I explained the premise, and they said to me, they laughed and they said, "We're not renting our space out to anyone for any reason."
A lot of venues in Gympie hate money.
They hate cash.
They hate cash, and they don't like people coming into their town.
We also can't do it outside because of all of our equipment, and we would need
We
generators.
looked into doing it
and
outside.
permits.
That's essentially a festival. You would need crazy insurance and generators, and
You
if it
can't
rained,
just invite 500 people, or even we didn't even know how many people would turn up if we made it an open invite.
we'd need security.
Especially if
to-
it was our last show ever. We can't just invite that many people to a park.
yeah,
That's
It's-
irresponsible and
yeah.
illegal, I think.
yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
You need permits.
Cops would show up and stuff.
Yeah.
You need approval by the council.
Anyway, and then we were like, all right, let's do near Gimp Fest or close to Gimp Fest.
yeah,
And we'll-
which we thought was pretty funny. Let's do close to Gimp Fest.
So we looked into all the biggest venues in the Sunshine Coast, which is like on the coast, guess the closest coastal big town to Gympie. All booked out except for grand final day. And that's not really an option because the D's going to be in there.
Yeah.
And and Lukey Boy's going to be at the G.
Yeah.
So there's also just not an option.
No one
'cause
would. No one would come.
It's one of the things where we want, people who are planning on road tripping up. It's not the right
Yeah.
weekend to do that. And then now we're thinking we want to.
Brisbane?
Brisbane is 3
Mate.
hours away from Gympie.
This is like Plan Z. We'll try Brisbane. We're gonna try a few venues there, and
It
we'll
kind
go
of has to be on a
what,
weekend.
close to
because-
Sunshine Coast, which is close to Gympie Fest.
or we call it not close to Gimp Fest.
Yeah, pretty far from Gympie Fest, actually.
That is a genuine option.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Again, we would have to do it. So, by the way, we want to put a feeler out. We want to do a big final show that I guess is supposed to be like Gimp Fest, but we can't do that anymore because
Yeah.
we've been trying to put on Gimp Fest for 3 years, and
Gympie was killed by a plague, and then they were like, "Oh, we can come back from this," and then they got flooded. So God hates Gympie.
and yeah, so that sucks.
Yeah.
So we want to put it out. Would you guys and girls and everything in between come to? It's 2022.
Yeah, sorry.
Would you come to a big live show we did? We're trying to do it in Queensland, I guess, is still the
Yeah.
goal to keep it in the state
Yeah.
that we were originally said.
Because we could do Melbourne, but
Mid-September.
we've done so much
Done
Melbourne. We've
everything
done it
in Melbourne.
Yeah,
We've
we
done
want
the
to
Loogies
we want to
in
spread
Melbourne,
the
like,
love a
every
bit.
year.
So mid-September.
Mid-September. Like, we want to put a feeler out of if you literally come, if we put it on a weekend, we kind of like, we will bankrupt us if we book like an 800-seat theater or something like that for a big last show and no one turns up.
Yeah.
So we need to like get a bit of this is kind of a second RSVP
Yeah.
to the final ever Luke and Lewis show. Would you come? Are you nearby? Would you road trip up to Queensland if we do it around Brisbane area? Let us know because and we're hoping late August or early September.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a gap in my tour dates, and Lewis
I'll have a
should be
bit
able
of
to
a
talk
gap
by
in
then.
my teeth.
But you should be able to talk about then.
Yeah. We don't really know. It's 6.
Yeah.
We're kind of planning for 6 weeks after May 27th. I'm just going to be out of
That's
action
like
completely.
late July. you
Yeah, I
should be
think
good
I
by.
should be. I think I should be fine for
So we
September.
go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let us know if you would be interested in attending that, because that is how we want to end the show. We don't just want to
Yeah.
go out with a,
Bye.
all right, guys, that's the end. We want to celebrate.
We want to
this
celebrate what
show.
we've done and what we've achieved and how far we've come with the show, because we're very we're you know, that's honestly the reason why we're ending it is because we love the show so much that we would hate to do it poorly.
It's also the end of an era for us. I mean, in the sense that it's not a crazy long time, but we've been doing this, including the radio show, for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Since 2017.
Yeah.
So it's a big kind of, I guess, thing for us. It's like what I've spent all my 20s doing.
Yeah.
You know, and same with you. We've
Yeah.
both spent like our young years of our life doing this show once a week or sometimes twice weeks, at 1.5 times a week
Yes.
when we're on radio. So
Yeah.
we want to celebrate with everyone who's listened. And so, yeah, let us know if that's an option. If so, we'll try and book something. There are more venue options. But, man, it's so hard. Like, I've been trying to book in New Zealand stuff. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we have some options in 2024.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's 2022.
Yeah.
They're every venue, because of the pandemic, they've just like,
Because
every
no one toured
weekend,
for 2 years.
every
so everyone.
band in the
Yeah.
country, every act, every artist wants to tour.
Yeah.
Because they're like, no one's made money for 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to book.
Yes.
We're booking next year's tour now.
Yes. I'm about to start doing that now
It's
as well.
Fucked.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not excited about it, but it's something that we've been talking about for a long time. And we haven't been talking about ending the show for a long time. We've been talking about how do we do the show, and we've explored every avenue, and we've just come to we can't.
Which sucks is we kind of had a good thing going as well right in January. And when we're doing the main channel videos with the Smash Room, we were like doing one episode a week, one thing a week.
Yeah.
That was pre us finding out we're going to lose the studio. It was pre me really popping off on TikTok, and it was pre you finding more details out about your surgery.
Yeah.
As soon as those 3 things came into light,
Yeah.
no studio, my tour dates doubled, and Lewis found out, oh no, this is worse than I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
March was the most successful month we ever had
Yeah.
in 5
That's
years.
what's a real shame, is that if we were able to do that for a year, I think the show would explode. But
Is this on the whiteboard? I'm just looking at the whiteboard. Is this what no plan is? You just wrote down-
Naplan.
Oh, okay. I thought you just wrote, we don't
What's the
have a
matter,
plan, goodbye, on the whiteboard.
What's happened?
That's okay. Luke's just speaking a lot quieter than you.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Um,
I'm sorry, guys.
it's okay, man. I'll lower my
Welcome back to Luke and Lewis. ASMR.
Yeah.
No, the bars just weren't showing up, so I was...
But anyway, if you have any more questions, let us know. It sucks.
Yeah. We're gonna keep the Patreon up because we don't want to release all those Patreon episodes for free, because a lot of them are behind a paywall for a reason, and
Yeah.
we don't really want them out there. It's like publicly, so we'll keep the Patreon.
Yeah, when the show
Yeah.
ends, we'll just turn it to a $5 tier rather than $25 tier.
Yeah, and then you can pay for it, get access to it, listen to them all, and then stop paying for it
We're
if you
also
want.
going to pay money to keep the feed up on
Oh yeah,
everywhere,
that's the
on
reason why
Spotify.
the Patreon
Obviously
is
it'll be
gonna-
always on YouTube, like
Yeah.
if you want to go to that, but we're also going to pay it's pretty expensive, but we're just going to keep
I think
paying
it's like
for it.
$400 to $600 a month to keep this audio stream online. They're actually, unlike
it'll
YouTube,
go down though, because that's because we're uploading new episodes.
That's true. Yeah. So
It's per like how many listens you get.
we'll keep that there. And Luke and I will still work together
Yes.
all the time. Like we're going to do videos together, and I'll probably come around when I've recovered. I'll probably come around open for you. Luke will open for me whenever I'm doing shows.
How many of you still would have
Again.
seen if you came to see me during the festival or see Lewis, like I or Blake open for Lewis or Ruben? Like
Yeah.
we're always all opening for each other. Lewis
Yeah.
opened for me a few times throughout the festival and
Mhm.
stuff. And obviously because like if we're in town and someone's doing a show, it's like obviously we're gonna do it because
Yes.
it's like it's fun, a few hundred
Fun.
people.
It's fun, and we're friends. Like
And also we're gonna be doing content together still. This won't be like the end of us two on camera together either, because
yeah, we just won't be doing it like every so often.
yeah,
you
we're
know?
not going to promise it. Like,
Yeah.
Lewis, on Lewis's channel, we'll be still doing terrible TV and stuff. And on my channel, I do want to like explore some of the ideas that we had planned
Yeah.
for the show. Like, I still want to do that Nullarbor trip.
Yeah.
Where we played the longest
Yeah.
golf course in the world. But
Yes.
I'm not sure whether I want to move into like a vlog format, which I've definitely floated in and out of, the Life of Luke thing, or maybe like a series.
Yeah.
Like we do like that trip as a 4-part, well-edited, highly budgeted
That's cool.
shot series.
That's cool. I like that.
I'm thinking of doing stuff like that where we
Yeah.
like, it's like 3 comedians in a car and we go play the longest
Yeah.
like golf course in the world. Like that's a funny idea.
Yeah.
to me, so
I
wanna
think
maybe do
like,
stuff like that.
you know, having the extra day or sometimes 2 days back to our personal stuff will make our individual content so much better. Like Spearhead Sundays is going to keep going my podcast. Luke's going to keep doing his podcast, but you know, we can
I
do
will
that
have
because
no
they're
podcast for a bit.
home.
How will people?
Oh well, guys,
how will
check out
people know?
Spearhead Sundays because that's your only option.
Yeah, literally. How will people know what I've been up to?
Yeah, no, just kidding. That's going to stop for fucking 6 weeks.
We're both just gonna go off the grid.
Can I have some money? So we think you know, it's very sad, and we don't want to end the show, but we have to, otherwise the show will get shit, and you'll ask us to.
So I hope you all understand.
Yeah.
I hope people aren't angry. We were really worried about people just being like angry, and we're like, no, most people understand. But then there's some people that will just not.
Yeah.
Even after all this, there'll be someone who's steaming right now. But like,
You think your job's hard? I dig holes. Yeah, your job's harder than ours, but you know, we are still busy.
it's not necessarily. No one's saying this is hard. We weren't like,
No.
God, talking for an hour a week, that was hard. It was like, oh, we'll just do another shit.
Yeah, doing it well is what we want to do only, not doing it poorly. So, the last episode was when?
June 30th.
June 30th. So how many episodes here will there be? Because there's a few guest episodes.
We have Joseph Green and Lachlan Fairbairn.
Yeah.
And then we have to do 5 more.
Cool. So there'll be 5 more like current episodes here. And then
One of them might be in Canberra.
Yeah, one of them might be in Canberra. Like that, you know, where even now for us to kind of end the show properly, I'm probably going to have to go to Canberra with Luke.
We're talking about for the
You know?
show. It was like, when can we do an episode? I'm like, I'm home next Wednesday. I'm in Melbourne next Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. Like really?
That's actually it.
This show probably should have ended last week, and we should have told you. We should have worked this out in fucking Feb.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
It came about so quick, man.
it's I think the
You know, I've grown
surgeries
like
and you
almost
blowing
a
up.
million followers since like January on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And my Instagram's double. Not even like that. That's a metric, but like
Yeah.
tickets and even just like obviously that's expanded, but then rapidly trying to expand it all behind the scenes and hire new people while continuing it.
Yeah,
has been
yeah.
a massive struggle.
Yeah, like you can't book 123 shows with you and your brother. You know,
Well, we have.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
you shouldn't be. Like you need
No.
a team, and you like
Yeah.
that takes so much time to bring people on and train them and focus
Yeah.
on them. And if you're being pulled in, you know, too many directions,
Yeah,
it
I haven't
will
had 8 hours
explode.
sleep for a long time.
Oh, really? What's that like? Poor Luke. Poor Luke. He hasn't been sleeping. Oh,
That's good.
Can I just say that the show now comes out on Thursdays? And
Oh,
that,
yes.
that was my decision
A guy
because
came up to me, Cameron. Oh, we don't do shoutouts. Sorry, take that back.
you didn't
Forgot-
say shout out. You just mentioned him.
A guy named Cameron,
Yeah,
who I
just a
don't
bloke.
just some bloke,
Yeah.
came up to me and came up.
You know what I think about that guy? I've got no opinion. I'm completely neutral.
Yeah. Well, I was a fan of him because he's a fan of the show.
Okay, well that's fine. That's right.
And he came up to me and was like, "Hey, mate, big fan of the show, blah blah." And
Shout out Cameron.
he asked me, and you would think, what did you say?
I said shout out Cameron. Sorry. This is why we need to end the show. I can't even remember the rules.
Well, I think new listeners wouldn't even know the rules. We originally
Yeah.
had a rule in this show: no shout outs.
Yeah. Do you remember when
Because
we
it
had
sucks.
Andrew? Do you remember we had Andrew Schultz on the show and we mentioned someone and he goes, "Oh yeah, shout out that guy," and you were like, "Hey, no shout outs on the show," and he was like, "Oh, okay." and we didn't. I was gonna let him get away with it, but you did it, and then
was
didn't explain
so
why.
rude.
And
We
he
went-
was like, "Oh,
We went to his hotel room
Yeah.
to record a podcast for our show. He
Yeah.
let us in, and then to have the balls to be like, "Can you not shout out someone on our small Australian podcast?"
And then
Yeah.
in his head, that's like just a rule that's not there for a funny reason. That's just like, oh, okay, I can't fucking talk about my friends on their tiny show.
Anyway, Cam,
Yeah.
me boy, he came up to me in Kmart.
Yeah.
Goes, and you know, a valid question, because you would think as the host of the show, I would know the answer to this, right? As one of the hosts.
Rare to have a valid question from a listener as well. So this is a special opportunity.
He goes, hey, mate, big fan of the show. Yeah.
The real reason we're stopping the show is because we're sick of your emails.
That will be a silver lining. If I don't have to read the fucking emails anymore.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, mate, big fan of the show. Just wondering. And he goes, what day does the show come out in? And I go, I don't know, like Tuesday? And he's like, nah, it doesn't. It comes out on Thursdays. And I was like, does it? And he goes, yeah. And he's like, why is that? And I was like, mate, shoot, killing a message. I got no fucking idea. I didn't even realize it was coming out on Thursday.
Yeah.
How long's it been on Thursdays for?
Only a few weeks, but it was becoming impossible for me to do it because I'd have to be up till like 1 a.m. every Monday night.
This is what we're talking about. Like it's not fair on Keelan to be working this late and this weirdly. It's not fair on Luke to be canceling shows to come home and do a podcast. And it's not fair on me to work through my recovery period. No. It's just not gonna. Huh? Yeah, well, it's completely fair for Tyler to be here unpaid. It's actually a privilege. So, and can you apologize for butting in there? That's all right. That's all right.
Strike two.
Face the wall. Thank you, mate. Stay there for the rest of the podcast. That's one thing I will miss is just being mean to Tyler.
Yes. This episode is.
Don't do that outside of the pod, man. Please don't.
Fucking look at the wall. What are you looking at me for?
This is
Strike three.
Podcast has really taken a turn, but Naplan bit's looking pretty fun.
Yeah, that
was awesome.
Well, it was a bit visual, and it would have been better if we were filming.
Audio of us trying to do maths. I'm not sure how that's going to play, but
killed in the room. The room loved it.
The room loved it. Not an accurate reflection of everyone else's room when they're listening to this.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I think it was actually very funny.
What, the room, the film?
I didn't like that film. Yeah. No, I didn't mind it actually.
I did not hate
This is
it.
a novelty.
I go to San Francisco in a few months. And
Keelan gets his first ever holiday since he started working for me.
And I'm going on the room tour.
Oh, cool.
I'm just going to walk around and look at all the landmarks.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you for everything. This has been like
And I want to shoot a special. That was another reason.
Yes.
I have a lot of things. That's another one.
Great, man. You're gonna have a sick year.
Sorry. Rubbing it in.
Hopefully, I'll get one next year. There'll be a new fucking disease, I bet. Thank you very much for everything you guys have done. This has been like a real proper highlight of our weeks, and it's one of my favorite things that I do every single week. And we're very sad that this is what we have to do. But we'll still work together, and who knows? Maybe in a few years when things calm down, Luke and Lewis will return in some form or another, or maybe it won't, or it'll just exist here as like awesome memories and cool podcasts.
Except for this episode. This episode's been a bit of a downer.
But I reckon next episode's going to be good.
Lots of laughs at the start.
Lots of laughs at the
laughs.
start. Yeah.
So everyone who commented earlier, now edit your comment. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the part where you edit your comment. Oh, how do you feel about this? If someone's just stoked about it, I'll be a little upset also. I don't want you to be angry about it. I want you guys to feel sad but understanding. I guess is our goal.
Yeah, that would be good.
I would hate for someone to be like, thank fuck. I get an hour of my week back. Bobby's
Dog!
Check it out.
Bobby's
Dog
made
on
an
the
appearance.
podcast.
There's
Hey,
a dog
dog.
on the table.
Dog
Hey,
cast.
Bobby's-
Dog on pod!
Dog on
Pod. Dog on pod. Dog on pod. Dog on pod. Dog on pod.
Well, guys, the dog's actually on the table, not the pod. So. That was awesome. Okay, that was one of my favorite moments ever of the podcast.
That was really good. Bobby loved that. All right. Should we end it there?
Yeah, ignore the last 25 minutes. That was brilliant.
Should we keep the show going?
Yeah, maybe.
Bobby saved the pod!
Yes! Bob on pod!
Luke,
All right.
Lewis, and Bob.
Guys, thanks so much. We'll talk to you next week, and we'll work out what's happening with close to Sunshine Coast, which is close to Gympie Fest.
Yeah, and please don't crack it at me at the shows about this.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that in the meet and greet.
Yeah.
I don't want this to happen.
Yeah.
I know for a fact someone's just going to tee off at me. Like,
You know what? Actually, you know what would be great from you guys. Actually, is if you just came up with some alternative solutions and pitched them to me. Have you thought about this? What if you did it over Zoom again? What if Lewis came with you on tour? What if Lewis delayed his surgeries? What if Luke got the same surgeries?
That's a good one. We never considered.
Yeah, we should try that. Have you got a spare $8,000? I didn't. loosespears.com, 20% off everything. Bye.